Oxbridge comedians writing for the posh papers, thinking of the rules of comedy. They're laying down the law, right? And it's all stuff like, comedy should punch up. You should never punch down. You should never punch down. Sometimes you've got to punch down. Like, if you're beating up a disabled toddler. You know what I mean? If you punch up, you'll miss the little cunt and he'll win, you know? Or serial killing. That's surprisingly Moorish. You think, oh, I'll just do one heinous I love all that. I'll just go out. You go out, tooled up, and you someone up, and don't just kill them. If you're a serial killer, kill them, eat them. Right? I don't want to see you on telly in 10 years' time going, oh, why'd you do it? Oh, Ricky Gervais told me to try heroin and be a serial killer. Oh, what did you do? I just killed him. Well, you didn't f*** him and eat him. No, get out of my courtroom. So, the first joke I thought of when I said yes to host the Golden Globes, I wanted to come out and say, welcome to the Golden Globes. Why is this show like a female elephant? It too has a massive These people are the most privileged, richest people in the world. If you can't joke about them, what can you make a joke about?
Exactly.
You know,
Thank you.
Whether it's Hollywood's dark secrets or the absurd concept of God, here's Ricky Gervais proving he's the smartest person in any room. You might not get Ricky's joke, but then again, it wasn't for you.
So what do you think should happen? I mean, you can't ban stupid people out there or wrong people from talking.
No, of course you can't. And I like stupid people because they make me seem cleverer. They bring the average down so far that they put me in like the top few percent. So no one has to laugh. In fact, I embrace the gasps as much as the laughs.
Take his legendary Stephen Hawking riffs.
Is it true, the story about getting the call from Stephen Hawking?
Yeah, well, I did. I got a call from this guy.
How'd you know it was him?
These were his typical Hawking jokes, until the wheelchair showed up on a very specific island.
Same as that Stephen Hawking, lazy. Most intelligent man on the planet, but not such a good judge of character. Happily married, kids, nurse, and now, according to some, my lawyers have told me to say, she leaves him out in the sun, she smacks him round the head for a laugh. Isn't that terrible? He must be thinking, oh, what happened to all the blowjobs? There's no evidence. The charges were dropped. So that's not how he got the cuts and bruises.
Even when they tried to shut him up with a bribe of a Hollywood star, he took the opportunity to curtsy and then smack the Hollywood hypocrisy in the face.
I'm going to try and be serious for a minute. Thank you so much for this honour. It's a genuine thrill to be part of such an exclusive club. And just looking round earlier at all the other stars, absolute icons, you know. Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby, Fatty Arbuckle.
That's the thing about Ricky. He sees the trap before it even snaps, like when Piers Morgan tried to put him in the hot seat for his tweet. Big mistake, Piers.
You tweeted this picture of yourself to say, on my way to Piers Morgan at CNN, I think I'll fit in well. What were you getting at?
Well, you know, as a comedian...
And you better think quickly here. What are you getting at? What do you mean you'd fit in well looking like that?
Well, I thought I looked intellectual there. And CNN is obviously the home of intellectuals. So I was hoping that I'd have a go.
Calling CNN the home of intellectuals so politely, you never clock it as an insult. That's what he does on Twitter.
You get very intense on Twitter. I mean, you get into proper battles with people.
Yeah.
Why do you take it so...
But it looks like battles. At home, I'm smiling.
Are you always?
I've got when someone's arguing with me that the Earth is 5,000 years old, yes, I'm smiling. Yeah, of course I'm smiling. You know, the fundamentalist view of the creation of the Earth is rather like an episode of the Flintstones. So I have to laugh.
Twitter users sure try to shame him for every word he says, like being fat-phobic. They clearly forgot about how he can feast on them for days.
And I've been criticised in the past for having a go at fat people. I've never had a go at fat people. I've only ever pointed out the fact that you get fat if you take in more calories than you burn off. That's simple science. I don't judge them in any other aspect of their life, but that's what happens. You get fat if you take in more calories than you burn off, okay? And that's indisputable, okay? Now, the thing is, people think I'm having a go. I'm not. People know that's what's making them fat. No one got fat behind their own back. No one and went, what the fuck's that? Okay? It's not a surprise. It's a gradual process. You have loads of time to back out from this project.
Also, no one's sneaking into thin people's apartments and injecting their lettuce with 1,000,000 calories. That doesn't happen, okay? They know what's doing. If you go up to a bloke and he's surrounded by cakes and pies, right? And you go, you know what's making you fat, don't you? He doesn't go, is it all the running? I don't want any fat people to feel uncomfortable at one of my gigs. So next time, buy 2 seats.
And while he's cooking, why not go after everyone who clutch their pearls at every frickin' thing?
People don't even want to use the word fat now because I think it's derogatory. It's a real taboo subject. So they use euphemisms. They go, oh, you know Brenda, the big girl. What, 7 foot? No. Just say she's fat. Nothing wrong with it. It's their choice. It's up to you if you want to be fat. It's fine. But they don't. They go, you know Brenda, she's out of breath just standing up at her desk. Just...
Clearly, he offended many after his thick, fat rant. But he had the perfect hot take for it at Hot Ones.
People started thinking that they could say, I'm offended, and we were meant to do something about it. You're offended, so what? Now what? You know, just because you're offended, it doesn't mean you're right. People started thinking not just that their opinion was worth as much as someone else's opinion, which it is, but people now think that their opinion is worth as much as facts. Mm-hmm. And that's just not true. It's just not true, and they get offended by that. So they say, well, I believe the Earth is 5,000 years old. You can't have an opinion about how old the f***ing Earth is. It's 4.6 billion years old. Read another book.
Time and time again, he's gone deeper to show idiots how to make sense of it.
But it really is that case of people come up and they say, oh, I was offended by that joke. And, my first reaction is, I don't care. Mm-hmm. Like, that doesn't mean anything. You're telling me how you feel. What I want to say why. And I'll explain to them. I'm willing to explain to them why the joke isn't offensive. I'm not one of the people that think I'm going to say what I want, I'm going to be as offensive, and then go f*** you as a joke. I'm willing to explain why it's not offensive. That often offence comes when people mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target, and they're not necessarily the same. I like the discomfort of expressing and talking about really uncomfortable things, because that's what most people worry about. If you're in a safe world where your firstborn isn't dying of dysentery and you're not being shot at, the worst thing that happens is something embarrassing happens to you, or you say a stupid thing or bad service. So that's why I deal with those things, because everyone understands it.
Not that his teaching always works, especially when faced by seriously unfunny journalists.
I remember one journalist said, if your house was on fire and you could only say 3 things, what would they be? And this was towards the end of the evening. It was just so... And I went, my cat, I've got a cat. I said, my salamander, I've got a pet salamander. I was thinking to... And I went, 3? She went, yeah. I said, one of the twins. She said, okay. And then a couple of months later, I had an interview with another journalist, and she said, what are your twins' names? And I said, why did that? She said, well, you said, I said, what, you think that I'd save a cat, a salamander, and then one of the twins?
But he doesn't just hunt big game. Ricky finds the same systematic stupidity in the mundane, like in the Unpopular Opinion segment of Greg James's BBC radio show.
Ghosting is the kindest way to end a relationship.
Ghosting.
Is that just ignoring them?
Yeah, you just like completely ignore them like all of a sudden.
Yeah. But what if you're living together?
You go to ghosting level 2.
Go on, what's that?
Walk out the house.
You got to do a sneak exit.
How many people have you ghosted?
It's a very personal question.
I reckon it's naught.
Just an expert. Just done my research.
I think the kindest way to end a relationship is to fake your own death.
He can match any level of bizarre, whether it's serious relationship advice or Chewbacca.
I hate Chewbacca with passion.
Yeah, he's annoying. And I'm meant to be scared of that idiot fluffy bear. Punch him straight in the face, even if he does rip your arm off. Yeah, get out. What's wrong with you?
This intellectual neutrality is exactly how he handles the most cancelable topics on the planet, with zero filter and zero shame.
Not all women. I mean the old-fashioned ones. You know, the old-fashioned women. Oh, God. You know, the ones with wombs. Oh. No, I love the new women. I know the new women. They're great, aren't they? You know, the new ones we've been seeing lately. The ones with beards and cocks. They're as good as gold. I love them. And now the old-fashioned, they go like, oh, they want to use our toilets. Why shouldn't they use your toilets? For ladies. They are ladies. Look at their pronouns. What about this person isn't a lady? Well, his her penis, you f***ing bigot. What if he rapes me? What if she rapes you? You f***ing turf.
See how he presents both sides of the trans argument so logically? You can't even clock whose side he's on. That same no BS lens makes him the perfect critic of our institutions. Petition for Ricky to be our only financial analyst or president.
Thank you so much for coming out, spending your hard-earned cash. I know there's been a recession on. Someone told me. It really didn't affect me, if I'm being honest. We can laugh about it now. No, come on. I don't understand the recession. It wasn't until last year I found out you could go into your bank and say, can I withdraw my cash? And they could go, no. What? No. Well, I've got £50,000 saved. You went. Where is it? Lost it.
Bruh.
What? Have you checked the vault? It's empty. What was the point of that? You might as well have kept it in a drawer, you spot little twat.
Takes away your beliefs in banks now. Might as well trust God with your money. But it's no secret Ricky Gervais is the most loved atheist on the planet.
Most religious people are totally fine and normal people. They believe in a God that I don't. When we say a religious fundamentalist, it's a person who believes the mad shit in the Bible too.
But it's clear that you think that the world would be a better place if there were more atheists.
Well, it's nothing to do with being an atheist. There shouldn't even be a word for atheism. There's not a word for not believing in fairies. Where are all these people being persecuted? Do you believe in fairies? No. Rapist. Baby eater. Satanist. Do you know what I mean?
If you want to talk to him about God, you better be ready. This man will always come armed with facts backing his beliefs. He even makes you notice the sheer absurdity of life on Earth, like the glitter-covered fever dream that is Eurovision.
Are we the most hated nation on Earth? No, I don't think we are.
True or not, this man can make the Pope speechless.
Yeah, I suppose so. What, Eurovision Song Contest? I don't think you're meant to take that too seriously.
I think the embarrassing thing
When you've got people up there singing Boom Bang a Bang, it's not to be I don't think it's a barometer of doing well in the global market.
Not to mention anomalies in nature that shock you at how well versed he is.
Nature is super enough. I sort of say we don't need angels and unicorns. We've got the octopus. You know, 8 legs, 9 brains, 3 hearts and a beak. Make your mind up. You know, the duck-billed platypus. Sure. When scientists first found that, they thought it was a hoax because it produces eggs and milk. It could make its own custard. It doesn't. But it could.
Somehow that magical conversation took a dark turn towards the one thing we're all terrified of, death. But while the rest of us feel gutted, here's Ricky being the only sane person, again.
Did you just say roll on death, like you were cheering for death?
It's
roll on death,
it's gonna happen, isn't it? And there's nothing wrong with being dead.
You know what?
Because
a lot of great people have done it.
Exactly.
Bruh.
Listen.
All the best and worst people have done it.
The best thing about being dead is you don't know about it. It's like being stupid. It's only painful for others.
There's nothing we can do about it. We're gonna die. Everyone we know is gonna die. We're all gonna be dead.
Acceptance rather than hope, then.
Yeah, you know, parties don't last forever. They, you know, and nor should they. People would hate to live forever. They'd hate it.
Behind the jokes, he holds a surprisingly deep view on mortality.
I think what's Ricky's view on mortality?
It's forever. I believe there's a nothingness, and I believe that we didn't exist for 13.5 billion years. The chances of us being here are incredible. That sperm hitting that egg and me existing is 400 trillion to 1. And then we got 80, 90 years of trying everything. Just loving, laughing, drinking, eating, about, exploring, learning, being nice. All those things we have as far as we can go until we don't enjoy it anymore. And then back to nothingness again. You know, as I often sign off on Facebook and Twitter, I sign off, I hope you die in your sleep. And that's the nicest thing I can say to anyone. I hope you die in your sleep.
This brings us to his core philosophy. If life is short and we're all going to die, then no one is special enough to be off limits.
Maybe the BBC? We're on a proper channel now.
Maybe we should thank the producers for all their input.
Nice one. I still got it. Talking to the producer, he's had his little...
There he is.
When Stephen Hawking came up, he had his little nose power joint. Which, to be honest, is the least of his problems. Because usually he's the best one in the room. So don't worry, you're just the same as Stephen Hawking.
but without all the clever stuff.
Most people are socially programmed to be extra sentimental around disability. But by treating a person in a wheelchair with the same brutal, savage disrespect he shows to a healthy, powerful person, Ricky is logically following his own rule. Equally means everyone is a target. If you're smart enough to appreciate the logic behind his roasts, hit subscribe. Stay sharp or stay offended. Choice is yours.